it compulsory upon us, but it shows the importance, the emphasis. And the opposite of this, we should be careful of those foul smells and coming to the masajid. It has been reported from the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that he said, whoever eats onion, meaning whoever eats raw onion, whoever eats garlic, raw garlic, and whoever eats the vegetable, the leek, then these people, they should not come close to the masajid, because it is something which harms the angels and it harms the sons of Adam. And from this, the ulama, they have mentioned other things which have bad smell connected to it, such as the person who smokes before entering the masajid or vapes, etc. Then this is something which disturbs the angels. It harms the angels and it disturbs the people who are praying. From the etiquettes of the masajid is we should not raise our voice and shout in the masajid, and we should not cause difficulty for those who are praying or those who are reading the Quran. A person should enter the masajid and they should come in peace and tranquility. They should not rush in the masajid, as it comes from the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. He said, a hadith collected in Bukhari, that when the salah is established, so when the iqam is called, then do not come to the masjid, or do not come towards the salah in haste. So either a person, when he knows the salah is close and he doesn't rush towards the masajid, or when he's in the masjid itself, he doesn't rush when the iqamah is called. The Prophet ﷺ said, upon you is sakina, is upon you is tranquility. And whatever you catch with the imam, you pray. And whatever you miss, you make up after. As you shouldn't rush to catch all of the prayer, but you should come with sakina, even if you're late, and you pray what you can and you make up what you miss. From the etiquette of the masajid, it comes in only that speech in the masajid should be spoken which is beneficial and suitable for the masajid, such as beneficial reminders, looking at taking care of the concerns of the Muslims, reciting Quran, Salat, etc., dhikrullah. It comes in a hadith collected by Imam Muslim, where it was heard a man stood up in the masjid and he announced his lost property. And it was said from the Prophet ﷺ, may Allah not return this property to you, because verily the masajid were not built for this reason. The masajid were not built for worldly affairs. From the etiquettes of the masajid is a person, we should take care of our phones, our mobile phones. We should either turn off the phone or we should at least put it on silent. And obviously as humans we forget. But when we forget, our phone should not have music on it. It should not have those sounds which are haram, which have been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger ﷺ. A person who has music on the phone, then obviously outside of the masajid, this is something which is forbidden. But in the masajid, the sin increases, particularly when people are praying and it disturbs them and it takes away their concentration in the prayer. From the etiquettes of the masajid is to keep the masajid clean and to tidy the masajid. It is reported in authentic hadith that once the Prophet ﷺ, he saw some mucus or some phlegm on one of near the wall of the masjid. So he picked up a stone and he ﷺ, he wiped away using the stone, he scratched away the phlegm. So Imam an-Nawawi rahimahullah, he mentioned in this hadith, it shows the magnity and the high status of the masajid, and that they should be clean from all filth. And it is desirable that the person, they put in good smells in the masajid. And a person should remove any harm or any filth even with his hand if he is able. And also included in this is a person should not use bad words in the masajid. To continue the second part of the khutbah, after praising Allah and sending salutation on the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, To continue, a person should keep the masajid clean. From putting dirt in the masajid is considered a sin. The Prophet ﷺ said that if someone spits in the masajid, then the person has committed a sin. And that which wipes away the sin is a person will remove that filth. So any dirt which is left in the masajid, it is considered sinful. And the sin is removed by the person removing that dirt or that filth from the masajid. For those people who clean the masajid and they sweep the masajid or they hoover in the times we live in, then it carries a great reward. In the time of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, there was a lady who used to clean the masajid. And because she was a simple, poor lady, then the people, they didn't give her much value. But the Prophet ﷺ, when he heard about her passing away, he went to her grave and he made the salat of janazah for her because she was someone who took care and cleaned the masajid. From the etiquettes of the masajid, which we should all hold on to, is the supplications, the dua when entering the masajid. It comes in authentic hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he said that when one of you enters the masjid, he should say, Allahumma aftah li awab rahmatik, or Allah, open the doors of your mercy for myself. And when a person enters, he should say, Allahumma inni as'aluka min fadlik, or Allah, I ask you from your virtue. And the scholars explain, because when a person enters the masajid, he is seeking the mercy of Allah. So this is what he asks for. And when the people, they leave the masajid, then usually they are looking for their sustenance or other means. So then we ask from Allah's bounty. It also comes in the authentic hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he would say, A'udhu billahi al-azim, I seek refuge in Allah the Almighty, biwajhil kareem, by His noble face, wa sultanil azim, and His past everlasting majesty, min ash-shaytani rajim, from the accursed devil. And then it was said that when a person recites this person will be protected from shaitan for the complete day. From the etiquette of the masajid is a person should enter with their right foot and they leave with the left foot. As it comes in authentic hadith, which is reported that the Prophet ﷺ, he used to love and he used to be pleased to do those good things starting with his right. From placing upon his shoes, from combing his hair, from making wudu, etc. In every affair of importance was done with the right side first. From the etiquettes of the masajid, the Prophet ﷺ was taught that a person, when they enter the masjid, they should not sit until they pray 2 rakat. As it comes in authentic hadith, the Messenger ﷺ said, when one of you enters the masjid, then let him pray 2 rakat before he sits. Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah said concerning this, it is desirable to pray the Tahiyyatul Masjid, the greeting of the masjid, with 2 rakat. And this is a sunnah which has been agreed upon by the scholars of Islam. From the etiquette of the masajid, particularly Yawm al-Jum'ah, is a person should not cut between the people who are sitting in the masajid. Where they see a space, they should sit. The Prophet ﷺ, he once saw a man breaking through the rows of the masajid and Yawm al-Jum'ah. And he told the man, sit down because verily you are harming the people. From the final etiquettes to mention today is a person should not secure a place in the masajid for themselves. Unless the situation such as the hafaz of the Quran, etc., in the Taraweeh, etc., or the Imam, etc. But people themselves, they should not have a fixed place in the masajid. As it comes so everyone should compete for the best places in the masajid. As it comes in the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said, if the people, they knew the reward of giving the adhan, if they knew the reward for coming sitting in the first row or praying in the first row, then the people, they would draw straws, they would use some kind of system to decide who can take this position. And this is collected by Bukhari and Muslim. So may Allah give us the understanding and the ability to implement what we have heard. So inshallah, this is how it will continue for the moment. The translation will come before the adhan, before the sunnah, before the collecting of the sadaqah for the masjid.